is a good example for an E meal. E stands for energizing. Trim Healthy Mama, we're learning that you separate your carbs and your fats in your meals. Well, in this meal, you're going to have very low fat, and that means 5 teaspoons or less. So I'm using chicken breast for my protein and chana dal for my carbs. So I have fat-free chicken stock and different spices inside of this. For an exact recipe, you can check my blog. I have a good recipe for the Instant Pot on my blog, and there's not much left. It feeds my big family of 9. And many bloggers also, Trim Healthy Mama bloggers, also have recipes for this, so you can check it out. And there's a recipe in the original Trim Healthy Mama cookbook and the other cookbook, so check those out. But all it is you don't have to put the chicken in it. You could just use, just have the, just without the beans. I've made it with celery in it and onions before, and it's really good too. But we like it best with the chicken in it because it fills you up more. But this is where you're going to get your carbs. You're going to get lots of carbs in your chana dal. It's a legume, a bean, whatever you want to call it. And that's all it is, and it's really, really good. It's an Indian dish, and you can get chana dal on Amazon, or if you have an Indian store, and a lot of Walmarts sell it. I only had one Walmart back in New York, but here in California, I have not found it in Walmart yet. But I'm still looking. And we have some Indian stores that I'm going to go check out. But if you want to add something to it, you can give your kids some sour cream or cheese to put on it. And if you want to stick with Trim Healthy Mama E, you can put some non-fat Greek yogurt on it. You can put like for the sour cream. And I'm also having 1 slice of sprouted bread to have with it. You can have a side salad with little to no dressing, just some salt and pepper on it would be great to get a vegetable in. But I just wanted to show you a great example. This is a very quick meal. You can put it in your slow cooker all day. You can cook it, simmer it on your stove all day. But my favorite way is to cook it about 30 minutes in the Instant Pot, and it's all done. So this is a great way for an E. Get your carbs in and mix things up, and then you'll also have some leftovers for the upcoming days for lunches. So here is a super easy, simple recipe that you can use for your E's, energizing carbs. It is oatmeal. It is called the Chocolate Nut Crunch Granola. It is on page 255 in this Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. And all that's in it is oats, your sweetener, a little dash of salt, some cocoa powder, and some peanut flour. And you spray your pan with some coconut spray so you just doesn't stick and gives it a little bit. And then you bake it all in your little, crisp it up in your skillet. And then you cool it off in your bowl. This is what I'm doing right now. It's cooling off. Then I'm going to put some almond milk on it and have it for cereal. So if you miss your cereal, you can still have this. This is a great breakfast. You can make it ahead and make it the night before so it is cooled down for breakfast. And just add some almond milk to it, and it is a great E. It is easy. There are no special ingredients. Everything is stuff that you can get at your local grocery store. And for the peanut flour, I'm going to say this again. If you use peanut flour, try not to buy the PB Fit that has sugar in it. Now, I don't know if it's changed, if they don't make it with sugar anymore, but look at the ingredient list, okay? When you look at something, okay, these are the nutritional facts, and then this, let's see, where is it on here? Here's the ingredients, okay? So if there's sugar in the ingredients, there's sugar in this. Sometimes there's going to be sugar listed here because items have natural sugar in it. Things like a lot of fruits and vegetables, okay, if they're listed, they're going to have natural sugars in it. But peanut butter is just peanuts and salt. So when you get a peanut flour with sugar added to it, that, in the ingredients area, then it's added. So you don't want that. So what was that little phrase? Ingredients trump nutritional facts, okay? Go by the ingredients, not the nutritional facts. So that's just a little tip that I remember from when I first started Trim Healthy Mama. Now don't think, oh no, I bought some, what am I going to do? Just use it sparingly. Don't go overboard with it. So, you don't want to waste the money that you already spent on it, because I made that mistake, and I bought some thinking that it was the right stuff, and I just used it, 5 years ago. But I highly recommend the Trim Healthy Mama one, or I think it's called Protein Plus. You can get it on Amazon, and it's reasonably priced. But this is a great E. You can use this for a snack, you can use it for a lunch, you can use it for a breakfast. Just don't use it at nighttime because you don't want all those heavy carbs before you go to bed. Unless, you know, maybe you're having one of those days and you just want it. Then I understand because I've had those days too. And sometimes we just want to have something like this. But, sorry, excuse the background noise. But this is a great breakfast and it's super easy and it's super simple and it has basic ingredients in it. For our next example of an E-meal energizing carb meal are the Trim Healthy Mama E pancakes. These are the pancakes that everyone loves and they are made from oatmeal, egg whites, and cottage cheese. Now the one thing I did tonight that I think I read somewhere was I added a tablespoon of oat fiber and my husband said that they tasted more like regular pancakes. They had the feel of regular pancakes. So try that out if you'd like. Not oat flour. Oat flour is just ground up oatmeal. Oat fiber is a completely different thing. Oat fiber and oat flour are not the same. Anyway, so there's like no fat in this meal. For my syrup, I'm using this Pure right here. I got this on a giveaway from Instagram and I like this better than these. These just don't taste right to me. Well, I don't like blueberries, but the kids and my husband have been eating that. And the kids and my husband have been eating this one. But I'm just not a real big fan of it. I don't like the way it tastes. I really would rather use like the regular sugar-free ones, you know, that really don't have the best ingredients. Those taste better than this, and the Trim Healthy Mama syrup that you can make. Yep. And so I just made these egg white bites in the Instant Pot. I have them sitting right here. Just a minute, I'll give you one, okay? And all I did was add a couple little bit of seasonings, you know, salt, pepper, and stuff, and spinach. And then I have 2 sausages here where this is probably just over on my fats, but if you did a strip or 2 of turkey bacon, you'd be just fine. So this is a great example of an E. We're having this for dinner because every Wednesday we do pancakes. So this would be a great breakfast. You can make ahead. I have 4. The recipe says you make 3, but you have to make, you know, they're pretty big. They're probably about the size of this big one right here. But I pour 3 and then because I doubled the recipe for my husband and I, so I just split them all in half and made 8. So this is what I have. So if you're into looking for a good E meal, this one is perfect with no special ingredients. And of course it makes it E. Please stop, sweetheart. It makes it an E because of the carbohydrates from the oatmeal in it, and then the low-fat cottage cheese and the low-fat, there's no fat in egg whites, all blended together. So if you use a whole egg, you're going to turn it into an S. And then you'll have S pancakes, or crossover even. But for this, you use egg whites, and that's what makes it an E. If you can get one out, you can do it. Use the small end. My daughter's just trying to get an egg white out. So that's what we have. I hope I explained that enough for you. If you have any questions, just put them down in the comments, and we can chat down there, and other viewers can also help. Here is an example for a E breakfast. This one is no special ingredients. It is foods that you can get at Aldi, Sprouts if you shop at Whole Foods, or Sprouts, Trader Joe's, or if your store sells sprouted bread. I have 2 slices of sprouted toast. Now the one that I use, just so you can see it, is Silver Hills. I find this at Sprouts and Target. At Target, I don't always find it though. I just happen to see it. They have like a display for the Super Bowl, and they just happen to have like 3 loaves sitting there, so I grabbed one. This is the expensive. This is around $5, but we like it so much better than the Ezekiel bread because it's more like regular bread. It's softer and not as dense as the Ezekiel bread. There is an off-brand type of Ezekiel bread that I buy at a grocery outlet. It's only $3 and it's totally worth it because it's so inexpensive. But this is softer, more like regular bread. So this is where this is my carb source that is making it an E, okay? And for protein, I am having a side of the 000 yogurt. I cannot pronounce it. Okios? I have no idea. This yogurt, it's 000, okay? There's no fat, and it is sweetened with stevia. So this is great. Now, just so you don't get confused with this yogurt, for a beginner tip, this can only be eaten in an E setting or a fuel pull setting. By itself, you can have it for a fuel pull snack, okay? If you get these, you can have one for a fuel pull snack. You can have it with your E's as part of, for your protein source, such as I'm having now. You can have it with some yogurt if you need protein. But you do not want to eat this with an S because there are too many carbs in it. There are carbs in this. So you're going to want to not mix it with an S. They say if you have half of it, you can have it half of it for a dessert with an S. But don't use this as a protein with your S, because along with the meal that you're having, you're going to have you're going to probably go over on carbs, and you don't want to do that. So anyway, sorry about all that confusion. So on top of it, you can make the peanut chunky butter or some Slim Belly jelly, and you can put this on it. Or you can use Laughing Cow cheese. You can use 1 Laughing Cow cheese, and there is just a little bit of fat in it. So one has, oh, I need my glasses. Is that 1 gram of fat, 1 carb, and 1 wedge. So what you can do to put on top of it is Laughing Cow cheese, Slim Belly jelly, or the peanut chunky butter that you can make, which is really good. You got to try it if you haven't made it yet. It's like homemade peanut butter with the peanut flour. So any flavors of the Laughing Cow cheese. I just happen to have the garlic herb, so I'm using this. I know we want to put butter on it and stuff. Don't put butter on it. If you're a beginner, you're just going to go overboard on the butter on accident. I know, because we just slather it on, right? Go with the peanut butter and the Slim Belly jelly, you know, the peanut chunky butter. That will be very satisfying for an E. And then I have my cup of coffee, and I'm putting nut pods in it, and I have the Trimmy mix in here, which is the collagen and the protein powder. So this is what I talked about this in my coffee video. There's 1 gram of fat in 1 tablespoon, and then there are no carbs. So this is a great sweetener, a creamer if you can find it. This I also got at Target. Target has, I believe, original and French vanilla. I'm not sure if they have the hazelnut. I'm not a fan of hazelnut. I want to try some of the other flavors, like the caramel. I got to get to Sprouts to find it. But this is pretty good. I have it inside some coffee here. And so that's an E breakfast. I hope I explained it well enough for you that you understand it. Sprouted bread with low-fat Laughing Cow cheese, or you can make peanut chunky butter. And Slim Belly jelly for a nice little piece of toast, and have a Trimmy with it. And for protein, you can have this, or you can just add extra protein into your coffee if you're not a real big eater. You know, you don't have to have the yogurt. So there you go. This is a great breakfast, or maybe an afternoon snack, or you can have it as a lunch if you're not too hungry.